Hi everyone and welcome to our history class. Let's take a journey through time, one story at a time. Alright, so let's take a trip back in time before the Western powers even showed up in our part of the world. The Malay archipelago, also known as the Alam Melayu. The Malay archipelago was already buzzing with powerful kingdoms, solid systems, and proud people. We're talking proper Negara Bangsa vibes even before nation state was a term. So how did these kingdoms run the show? What made them legit? Okay, so let's break it down one by one. First up, the Raja, the king, okay, the big boss. He wasn't just a leader on paper, he was the soul of the kingdom. So the whole kerajaan revolved around him. The king's power was backed by a solid team of pembesar. So these guys handle administration, collected taxes, keep peace. The king had structure, not just vibes. And people back then really respected the king, really respected him. In some places, the king wasn't even seen as a normal human being. For example, in Champa, the Raja was considered sacred. People believe he was connected to the god Shiva. Okay, so that's next level divine, right? Next, undang-undang, or the law. Now, every kingdom needs rules, right? Otherwise, chaos. So they had undang-undang, laws that kept the kingdom in order. So these laws weren't just for punishment. They guided how the kerajaan, the government was run. They gave structure and which was really helpful. For example, Majapahit had this law code called Kutara Manawa. That was their go-to guide, like the constitution, macam perlembagaan, for how to handle everything, from land disputes to royal duties. Okay? Then they had wilayah pengaruh, sphere of influence. Okay, now picture this. You are a king, but how far does your power actually reach? So that's where wilayah pengaruh comes in. This is the area where people actually acknowledge you as their ruler. Okay? The wider the sphere, the more powerful the kingdom. Okay? Take Funan, for instance. Okay? Their influence wasn't just around their capital. They had reached from the Mekong River all the way to the Cam Ranh Bay, even down to southern Myanmar and the Isthmus of Kra. That's massive, right? Okay, then rakyat, or the people. Here's the thing. No king is powerful without loyal people. The rakyat, the citizens, are the backbone of the kingdom. They weren't just followers, they were loyal to the core. In Srivijaya, the people showed their loyalty through ceremonies. One of the famous ones was the Air Sumpah ritual, where they drank all the water to prove their allegiance to the king. Talk about commitment. This is, really serious. Then, so you can see, all these features, the Raja, the law, the influence, and the people worked hand in hand to make the early kingdoms strong and united. It wasn't random. There was a system, a vibe, a structure. And these elements didn't just disappear. When Kesultanan Melayu Melaka rose to power later, they inherited and adapted these same principles to build their own Negara Bangsa. It wasn't copy-paste, but they respected the foundation. Even later on, when Melaka fell and Johor Riau took over, they still held on to those core features. But now with a stronger Islamic touch, religion became an important part of identity and governance. And so that's how the legacy evolved. So yes, before the colonizers came with their ships and flags, our region already had powerful kingdoms. Okay, ran like proper nation, not just with leaders, but with laws, with influence, and people who truly believed in their system. That's the story of our nationhood, built from the ground up long before anyone tried to take it away.